Shalom. All praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kakadash. Double honors and blessings to the apostle elders of GMS that taught me this truth. My name is Anna. I'm with GMS Detroit Camp, and I'm doing a quick little lesson. Lord willing, hopefully it be edifying, and hopefully I can make it quick. Uh, um, uh, um, this lesson is on the 2/3, or a lot of the brothers at my camp call them the 2/3. You know, uh, 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 it remind me of that guy in that movie Life that just can't get right. A, the 2/3 they just won't get right. They won't get right until the Most High destroy them with the rest of the heathens, and then when they be reborn when the saints take the kingdom, when they come out of the seed of the elect in the 1/3 in the kingdom of New Jerusalem, then they'll have then they be right because they have a new heart, a heart of flesh, and they won't have the stony heart that they have then. You know, then the Most High put the laws, statute, commandments in the inward part, and force them to walk that way. But until then, the 2/3 they got to die rest with the rest of the heathens. And Lord willing, this video is edifying. So let me just get right to it. This video is on the 2/3. My first scripture is Jeremiah. Matter of fact, Slakia, I didn't share screen share because this video, Slakia, bear with me for a second. My first scripture is uh, um, Jeremiah 4:22. For my people is foolish; they have not known me. They are Scottish children. They had none understanding. They are wise to do evil, but to do good they have no knowledge. And God, a lot of our people do not want to learn knowledge of the Most High at all. You know, you want to hide anything from the Jake, put it in a book. You know, they don't want to read. You know, they want the so-called pastor to tell them every damn thing, or Esau to tell them every damn thing. You know, they'll believe it. Esau tell them, or so-called pastor tell them, but so-called Jake or Israelite man tell them, they won't believe it. You know, they won't believe it until they fall off a cliff. You know, it's just like a Jake telling them, hey, stop, you gonna fall. You know, stop going that way. You're gonna fall off. It's a dead. Hey, the bridge is down, and they're gonna keep going all the way until they fall off that damn bridge. Oh, the bridge is down. Oh, okay, I see what you're talking. But no, they ain't gonna get it until they fall. Until they're going out for themselves. They got bumped their head up. They got to be a knucklehead. They got bumped their head up against the wall so many goddamn times, and then they finally figure out the stove is hot. You know, they're just stupid like that, or the water's hot. They won't listen to you. Uh, 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 um, this is Isaiah 1 and 2. Hear, O heaven, give an ear, O earth, for Yahweh has spoken. I have nourished and brought up children, and they have rebelled against me. The ox knoweth his owner, and ass his master crib, but Israel do not know. My people do not consider. Hey, the Most High compared us to an ox and an ass. He considered them smarter than us because we would not we wouldn't even consider the so-called Jake, the so-called average Jake, which are the so-called Latino, so-called Native American, so-called Jake, black man. Hey, they won't even consider themselves to be an Israelite. No, it's everybody else except a so-called Jake, because Esau said that the so-called the Most High is a white man and his son is a white man. They believe that shit. But a so-called Jake tell you that uh, um that he, that that the Son of Man, the one who the world India calls Jesus, and we hate that name. His name is Yahweh Shai, the one the world India called Jesus, that he was a black man. They won't listen to that. They love to hear these pastors and these motherfucking these false prophets tell you that he's a white man. You know, they'll believe that shit, but they won't believe that he's a so-called Jake. You know, a so-called Afro American. You know, a so-called black man. You know, I hate that word Afro American, man. We ain't Afro and we ain't African, and we sure damn hell ain't no American. You know, we just some Israelites trapped in America for right now. And this is Hosea 4:6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, because thou hast rejected knowledge. I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy power. I will also forget thy children. And hey man, this is another one. Hey, you want to hide something from a Jake? Put it in a book. You know, we don't want to read. Jake, hey, Jake do not want to read. Oh, it hurt my brain. You know, Jake do not. Hey, Jake will read to learn how to do a trade, so they can make some money. But this right here, they won't read this book. You know, they read everything else except this book. They read a fucking comic book, but they read everything else except this book. And this our heritage. You know, this is our book. We writ this book. We've written this book, but they don't want to read this book. You know, they want to hear the sweet lies of this book. They tell the seers, speak to us smooth things. You know, they want us to lie to them. Tell me lies, tell me sweet little lies. They want the lies. You know, and me myself, I want the truth. Give me the truth, man. And the water for Yahweh Bashim Yahushai Bashim Kakadash called Halal Yahweh Bashim Yahushai for sending us the prophet elders and giving us the 100% truth of this book. You know, the controversy sayings and the whole thing, the whole roll. They ain't giving us the watered down version. You know, and quick little precept. This one, favorite scriptures. You know, Proverbs 30:7. Two things I have required thee, deny me them not to me. Slakia. Uh, um, Proverbs 30:7. Two things I required of thee, deny them not before I die. Remove far from me vanity and lies, and give me neither poverty nor riches, but feed me with food convenient for me. You know, give me my daily bread. Give me the truth. Hey, give me the truth. Give me the skinny, man. You know, the truth, the pure truth, the 100% truth. You know, you know, move far from me vanity and lies. Give me neither poverty or riches. Give me food convenient for me. Lest I be full and deny thee and say, who is Yahweh? Or lest I be poor and steal and take my power in vain. The name of my power in vain. And 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 the water Yahweh Bashimi, the water Yahweh, why Yahweh Shai, forgive me the truth. Give me the skinny, man. Because I could have been like these 2/3 right now, still thinking that Yahweh Shai is a green eyed, blue eyed, stringy hair white man right now. But I know that he don't look like that. I know the Most High don't look like that. I know that everything that the white man pushes about this book is a lie, and the truth came out of One West. Hey, man, man. This truth is powerful, man. And if you want to keep on being like stupid ass, hey, more power to you. But me myself, I'm sticking with the prophets of GMS, man, because hey, they get the whole truth, nothing but the truth, 100%. Hey, that's man. I don't want to deal with no fucking lies. And hey, you 2/3. Hey, the Most High ain't dealing with y'all. Hey, in some of these camps, the Most High ain't dealing with y'all either. Because hey, y'all ain't giving the whole trip, the whole truth. Y'all come in the name of Jesus Christ. You know His name is Yahweh Shai. Y'all paid to not give out that name. Hey, y'all took a deal, man. What's wrong? Y'all don't want to teach the name. You know, but let me get back to the lesson about the 2/3 because hey, we got a power, man. We got a God the Holy One of Israel. Hey, he's our power, and he's not the power of the world. This Deuteronomy 7:6. Uh, um, for thou art holy people, the Most High, unto Yahweh thy power, and Yahweh chose thee to be a special people unto himself above all the people that are upon the face of the earth. Hey, we the number one people upon of all the people upon the face of the earth. Yahweh did not set his love upon you, nor chose you were more in number than any people, for ye were the fewest of all people, because Yahweh loved you and because he would keep the oath which he has sworn unto your father, have yeah, the Most High brought you out with a mighty hand and redeemed you out of the house of bondmen and from the hand of the Pharaoh king of Egypt. And he's going to redeem us again out of this hand right out of this land right here, spiritually called Sodom and Gomorrah, Babylon the Great, America, the house of bondage. This place right here, America, the Most High is going to redeem us out of this land coming up real soon before this place get destroyed. And 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 now therefore that Yahweh thy power, he is God and faithful power, which keepeth the covenant and mercy with them that love him and keep his commandments to 1,000 generations, and repay them that hate him to their face to destroy them, and he will not be slack to them that hate him, and he will repay them to his face, to his face, and you 2/3, he gonna repay you to your face. You know, hey, 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 you don't want to walk in the law, statute, commandments of the Most High? Okay, well, he's gonna repay you. He's gonna destroy you with the rest of the heathens. Hey, the heathens. He gonna destroy you with the wicked. It's the righteous. It's the heathens, and hey, the Most High is gonna destroy you. He gonna preserve the hopeful elect and the 1/3, and the wicked, and the heathens. Hey, only a remnant of y'all gonna be survive, and y'all going right into captivity. But the 2/3 gonna die right along the rest of the wicked, 2/3 of the wicked and 2/3 of the heathen. And it's almost time. It's almost time for y'all to check out. Hey, the Most High is gonna destroy y'all. And respect the person. It don't matter if you Beyonce, Jay Z, or whoever you think you might be. The Most High don't care if you're a celebrity. He do not care. He's going to destroy you. And the 2/3 2/3 always got to be like these damn like these heathens. We had a power, and they want a fucking king, but they had the king. They had the king of the whole universe, Yahweh, the ruler of everything. And they want to have a king like the heathens. You know. Matter of fact, let me go to that scripture now. Is this it? No, that's Chronicles. No, what I do with you? What I do with it? Samuel's. Is it? No, no. Let me just grab it right quick so I can. Let me go up a little. This is Samuel. Matter of fact, let me take it up to the top. Uh, 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 um, this one, let me start at the beginning. This is Samuel 1:8. When it came to pass, when Samuel was old, he made his sons judges over Israel. And now the name of his born son was Joel, and the name of his second son Baal. They were judges in Beersheba, and his sons walked not in his ways, and turned aside after lucre, and took bribes. So they was out for the money, and perverted judgment. And then the elders of Israel gathered. They was the 2/3. His sons was like 2/3. His sons was the full epitome of the 2/3. They was out for that filthy lucre, and 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 when the elders of Israel gathered themselves together and came to Samuel at Ramah, and said unto him, Behold, thou art old, and thy sons walk not in thy ways. Now make us a king to judge us like all the nations. And we have the Most High. They wanted to be like the rest of these fucking heathen nations. They wanted a king, but this thing displeased Samuel when when they said, "Give us a king to judge us." And Samuel prayed to Yahweh, and Yahweh said unto Samuel, "Hearken unto the voice of the people, and all that they say unto thee, for they have not rejected thee, but they have rejected me, that I should not reign over them." And man, you got a power that destroyed Egypt and smite them with plagues and did all kind of wonders and miracles and all kind of things before your forefathers, but that ain't good enough for you. You want a goddamn, man. You want a king according to all the works which they have done since the day I brought them out of the land of Egypt, even to this day, wherewith they have forsaken me and served other gods, so do they also unto thee. Now therefore hearken unto their voice, howbeit yet protest solemnly unto them, and show them the manner of the king over them. And Samuel told him that, hey, here you go. And Samuel told the words of Yahweh unto the people that asked him that asked of him a king, and he said, "This will be the manner of the king that shall reign over you. He will take your sons and appoint them for himself and for his chariots, and to be his horsemen, and some shall run before his chariots. And he will appoint him captains over thousands and captains over 50, and he will set them to the air of his ground, and he will reap his harvest, and he will make his instruments of war and instruments of his chariots. And he will take your daughters to be confectionaries, and to be cooks, and to be bakers. And he will take your fields and your vineyards and your oil yards, and even the best of them, and give it into his servants. And this is what they wanted. They had the Most High. They had the Most High. They ain't give shit to nobody, but the first fruit unto the Most High. But they wanted a king. They want to be like the heathens. They want a king. And he will take a tenth of your seed and for your and your vineyards, and he will give he will give it to his officers and to his servants, and he will take your men servants and your maid servants and your goodest young men and your asses, and put them to his word. And he will take a tenth of your sheep, and ye shall be his servants. And ye shall cry out in the day because of your king, which ye have chosen you, and Yahweh will not hear you in that day. So, this what they wanted. You know, the Most High, the Most High Yahweh, he was the king over you, but you wanted a motherfucker, a man to be king over you. When the Most High, righteous, being that will deal with you justly, this king, hey, it ain't altogether sure that this king gonna deal with you justly, because Israel had some wicked ass kings that made them go off and serve other gods. So not every king that Israel had was a good king, and the 2/3 wanted to be like the fucking other nations, and but hey, let's go back to the 2/3, because it's about the 2/3 this video. So let me get back on track. Hey, since y'all ain't want the Most High to be over you, oh no, that was it. That was it right there. Uh, 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 um, since matter of fact, let me grab this one right here. And 2/3 misused the prophets. The Most High sent you prophets to tell you do things according to His way, but y'all misused them. Matter of fact, I'm gonna read it right now. This Second Chronicles 36:15, and Yahweh power of the Father sent to them by his messengers, rising up between times, ascending because he had compassion on his people and on his dwelling place, the children of Israel. But they mocked his messengers of Yahweh and despised his words and misused his prophets. They misused the prophets by putting them to death because they didn't like what the prophets said. Until the wrath of Yahweh rose up against them, until there was no remedy. And every time when the wrath of Yahweh was rose up against them, they went in captivity over and over again. That's one thing that kept going, happening to Israel over and over again. It happened so much. The prophet Jeremiah said, "Why is Israel so spoiled? Is he a homeborn slave?" you know, and therefore he brought upon them the king of the Chaldees, who slew their young men with the sword in the house of their sanctuary, and had no compassion upon the young men or the maiden or the old man or him that stooped for age, and he gave them all into his hand. And all the vessels of the house of God, great and small, and the treasure of the house of God, a house of the house of Yahweh, and the treasures of the king and of his princes, and all these he brought to Babylon. So they went in captivity. And this is an ongoing theme for the children of Israel, over and over and over, all the way up into this day. Uh, 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 um, we kept going in captivity over and over and over. And this is the very last captivity before uh, uh, our power sent our big brother to come deliver us out of this kingdom. And when he delivers us out of this kingdom, the 2/3 of y'all going to die right along with these fucking devils. So said Zechariah 13:8, and it shall come to pass in that land, saith Yahweh, two parts there shall cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein, and I will bring the third part through the fire, and I will find them as silver is refined, and I will try them as gold is tried, and they shall call upon my name, and I will hear them, and I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, Yahweh is my power. And 2/3 of y'all are gonna die right along with the heathens. Y'all gonna die right along with the wicked. It's gonna come to pass, just like the scripture said at the top. It's gonna come to pass. It's gonna go down exactly just like that. A and good riddance. Man. This what you wanted. You want to be like the heathens. You want to be like the wicked. The Most High is going to destroy you right along with them. And this is Second Ezra 9:9, and then they should be a pitiful case, which had abused my ways. Y'all refused to walk in the law, statute, commandments that the Most High gave us, gave to Moses, the lawgiver. Y'all refused to walk in those law, statute, commandments. He gave us 613 law, statute, commandments to live by, but y'all refused to walk in them. And and and, and they that have cast them away despitefully shall dwell in torments. And right now we dwell in torments right now. You know, hey, man, hey, man, hey, when the police get behind us, woo woo, we in fear for our lives because we don't know if they're gonna kill us when they come up on us. Hey, man, it's crazy, man. It's crazy how we are so fearful for our lives now these days. Uh, 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 um, for such is their life that have received the benefits have not known me, and they they that have loathed my law while they had yet liberty, and this is the time of liberty right now. Uh, 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 this time of liberty, while you living your best life right now. This is the time of liberty right now. You know, instead of you trying to walk in the law, statutes, commandments that the Most High gave us. You too busy living your best life, eating pork, uh, 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 praying to white Jesus, rocking a damn a cross on your neck, or have that unk on your neck, or that damn Star of David. You know, all kind of idolatry. Uh, 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 um, uh, man, it's just crazy, man, how Israel's so wicked. You know, and while they had liberty, and it was yet a place of repentance was open unto them, and just like as when the days of Noah, matter of fact, let me grab that. But as the days of Noah, so shall be also, so shall also be also as the coming of the Son of Man be. For as in the day that was before the flood, they were eating and drinking and marrying and giving into marriage. Y'all, hey, y'all were living your best life then, and until the day when that Noah entered the ark, and when these chariots come, that's the day when we're gonna enter into that ark, and it's gonna be sealed shut, and thermonuclear fire is gonna hit you, and knew not until that the flood came and took them all away. So shall also be the coming of the Son of Man be. And this time, when that flood comes, it's going to be a flood of fire. It ain't going to be a flood of water. It's going to be a flood of fire, thermonuclear fire. And let's go back at the top. And this is Second Ezra 9:11. And after they that love my law while they had yet liberty, hey, living your best life, y'all marrying, giving the marriage, uh, uh, um, hey, doing all kind of uh, 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 wickedness, all manner of wickedness, worshiping other gods. Hey, want to be a Muslim, want to pray to Buddha and all kind of shit. Hey, when there's yet a place of repentance was open unto them, they understood it not, but despised it. The same must know it after death by pain. And hey, that's the only way y'all gonna know it. The Most High gotta destroy you by pain, by that thermonuclear fire. This right here, America, Babylon the Great, Egypt, the house of bondage. Hey, it ain't enough that the Most High uh, uh, um, inflicted us over here enough with the slavery and all that shit, but and everything that's happened to us all the way up to this day, but you still want to be wicked. So the Most High got to destroy you, just like wrong with these other nations. But when you come back in the flesh the next time, when you be born, come back into the flesh. Hey, when the lack 1/3 squirt you out, and y'all be born back in this world, the Most High is gonna take that stony heart and put a heart of flesh in you, and He gonna put His law, statutes, and commandments in your inward part, and He gonna force you to walk in His ways. You won't go off again. You know, but therefore be thou not curious how the ungodly shall be punished, but and when, but inquire the righteous that shall be saved, who the world is, for whom the world is created. And the world was created for us, the children of Israel, the so called Latinos, so called Native Americans, so called Afro Americans. We are the children of Israel. You know, we are the people, not them people that say Israel right now. They don't even call themselves the Israelites, they call themselves the Israelis. They not just if they the children of Judah. What the other tribes at? What the other 11 tribes at? How come the Most High didn't set them all in that land at the same time, like He said He was in Isaiah the 14th chapter, when He should set them in that land a second time. You know, uh, uh, um, and they should dwell safely, and they should do no war no more. Hey, there's still war going on, so that goes to show you that they not the children. You know, uh, 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 um, this second Ezra's 8:55. Therefore, ask no more questions concerning the multitude of them that perish, you 2/3, and the heathen and the wicked, for they have taken liberty and despised the Most High, you 2/3, and therefore scorn. and though scorn of his law and forsook his ways, moreover they had trodden down his righteous, and said in their heart that there is no power, yea, that knowing that they must not die. And and, and, and for these things foresaid shall receive you. So thirst and pain are prepared for them, for it is not his will that all men should come to naught. And it's not the Most High will that all Israel should die, but it's going to happen. 2/3 is going to die, but they which are created name of Him that made them were unthankful unto Him prepared which him unto him which prepared life for them, and therefore my judgment is now at hand. And when the thermonuclear destruction that's when the judgment is coming. That lake of fire is so-called Babylon the Great, so-called America, so-called Sodom and Gomorrah, Egypt, the house of bondage. This place right here, uh, y'all 2/3 that's here. Y'all gonna burn right along with these other people. And that's what's going to happen in the last days. In the last days, we are upon them right now, and soon, real soon, the 2/30 y'all gonna die in y'all wickedness. It's not my words; it's the words of the Most High. And this is my last scripture I'm gonna grab. This is Second Ezra 20 and 3. Son of man, speak unto the elders of Israel, and say unto them, thus saith the Almighty Power, we are ye come to inquire of me, as I live, saith Yahweh, power, I will not be inquired by you. Or wilt thou judge them, son of man? Wilt thou judge them and cause them to know the abomination of their fathers? And the abomination of your fathers was idolatry, not walking after the law, statute, commandments of the Most High, not being righteous like the Most High gave us His law, statute, commandments to live by. And say unto them, thus saith the Almighty, when I chose Israel and lifted up my hand unto the seed of the house of Jacob, and made myself known unto them in the land of Egypt, when I lifted up my hand unto them, and saying, I am Yahweh your power, in the day that I lifted up my hand unto them to bring them forth out of the land of Egypt into the land that I had espied them, flowing with milk and honey, the land of Israel, which is the glory of all the lands. And right now, it's it is not the glory of all the lands right now. They have to import trees and everything in there right now. It's a barren land. The land got to be healed, and it's going to be healed when the Most High return. And it's going to be the glory of all lands when He return. And then I said unto him, cast ye away every man the abomination. Then he said unto them, cast ye away every man the abomination of his eyes, and defile not yourself with idols of Egypt. I am Yahweh your power. And we the only one that have a God, but we kept rebelling. We kept wanting to be like these fucking heathens. Want to worship a calf of gold, and all kind of stupid ass shit. But we had a power that actually and taught, but they have rebelled against me and would not hearken unto me, and they did not. Every man, I'm almost done. Hey, I'm doing a video. Almost done. I'm doing a damn video. And did not every man cast away the abomination of their eyes, neither did they forsake the idols of Egypt. Then I said, I will pour my fury upon them and accomplish my anger against them in the midst of the land of Egypt. And, and this place right here is spiritually called Egypt and Babylon the Great and Sodom and Gomorrah. But I wrote my namesake that it should not be polluted before the heathen and among whom they were in those sight whom they were in the sight whose sight I made myself known unto them, bringing them forth out of the land of Egypt. Wherefore I cast them to go forth out of the land of Egypt, and brought them out into the wilderness, and I gave them my statutes, and I showed them my judgment, which a man do, then shall ever live in them, then shall ever live in them. Moreover, I gave him my Sabbath to be a sign between me and them, that they might know that I am Yahweh that sanctified them. But the house of Israel rebelled against me in the wilderness, and they walked not in my statutes, and they despised my judgment, which if a man do, he shall even live in them, and my Sabbath they greatly polluted. And when I said I will pour out my fury upon them in the wilderness to consume them, I was wroth for my namesake, that I should not be polluted before the heathen, in, in whose sight I brought them out. And yet I lifted up my hand unto them in the wilderness, that I would not bring them into the land which I have given them, flowing with milk and honey. When we first came out of the land of Egypt, he destroyed the 2/3 right along with him. He brought the 2/3 and destroyed them, and our children came into the land of Egypt, came into the land of Israel. You know, let me keep reading a little bit more. Yet I lifted up my hand unto them in the wilderness, that I would not bring them into the land which I have given them, flowing with milk and honey, which is the glory of all lands, because they have despised my judgment, not in my statutes, but polluted my Sabbaths, for their heart went after other idols. And still to this day, their hearts go after other idols. You know, uh, 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 but despised my judgment and walked not in my statutes, but polluted my Sabbaths, and for their heart went after other idols. And nevertheless, my eyes spared them from destroying them. Neither did I make an end of them in the wilderness, because he could have destroyed us all right there in the wilderness. And but I said unto the children in the wilderness, walk ye not after the statutes of your father, neither observe their judgment, nor defile yourself with their idols. I am Yahweh your power, walk in my statutes and keep my judgment and do them, and and hallow my Sabbaths, and they shall be a sign between me and you, that ye may know that I am your power. And And notwithstanding, the children of Israel rebelled against me, and they walked not in my statutes, neither kept my judgment and do them, which a man do, he shall live in them. They polluted my Sabbath, and when I said I will pour out my fury upon them to accomplish my anger against them in the wilderness, nevertheless I withdrew my hand, and I was wroth for my name's sake, that I should not be polluted in the sight of the heathen, who sight I brought them forth. I lifted up my hand unto them also in the wilderness, that I should scatter them among the heathen and disperse them through the countries. And that's where we at right now. The Israelites are scattered among the four corners of the earth, dispersed through all the nations right now. We're not just in America. We in uh, 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 um, uh, uh, um, we in China. We in Japan. We in all these nations right now. We in Iraq. We everywhere. We dispersed from all the four corners of the earth. We in UK. We in Sudan. We everywhere. But the Most High is going to gather us coming up real soon. This is the last captivity, and a lot of us right now is in the Americas right now, and we're gonna get gathered out of here before the great destruction of America. And that's it. I hope this video was edifying. And with that said, a shalom, a all praises to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, double honors and blessings to the apostle elders of GMS that taught me this truth, and shalom, and Kwam Bakiyam.